It's time to get beyond the drill bit with Beneath the Surface. Welcome back to our fourth episode of Beneath the Surface. I'm your host, Kyle Kobaugh. Today, we have Deep Well's favorite field supervisors, everyone's favorite Family Guy. No, it's not Peter Griffin. The renowned T-ball coach here, a father of four, Dan Selk.
Good morning, everyone.
Dan enjoys spending time with his beautiful wife and family, taping epic model-like family pictures, which I see all the time on social media, get tons and tons of likes. He also takes pleasure in anything involving firearms, riding dirt bikes with his kids, taking the occasional golf game, watching his children excel in school, and choices of sports. So, everybody, this is Dan Selk.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dan Selk, field supervisor down here in Midland, Texas. Transferred from PA down to Texas in May of 2021. Like Kyle said, my life revolves around my family and Deep Well. Whenever I get extra time, I try to do what I enjoy whenever I get extra time.
Oh yeah, field soup life is always busy, right?
It's really busy, yes sir.
To kick things off, let's get into a little bit more depth about you, Dan. What's your background at Deep Well? Where'd you start? Where'd you come in at? And then what led you to becoming a field supervisor?
I guess I was hired back in 2015. Came down here as an operator, supervising in Canada at the time. Came down here as an operator, had to prove myself. Came up through the ranks, got my op 2, op 3, and then transitioned over to supervisor. I supervised rig assist and some standalone, and then I got the opportunity. Job posting came up for a field supervisor and applied for it and took the position. I guess on the leading aspect of it, just enjoying what I do, taking it seriously when to take it seriously. Leading the crews and the guys to success, really.
It's always fun, Dan. Do you remember we worked cross shift with each other, or actually with each other for a long time?
We worked a lot with each other.
Hopping in as operators and then as supervisors. Dan beat me to being a supervisor by 1 week. We both got promoted in October, but he beat me by 1 week. So he's got that on me. Dan, you've worked out of both the Pennsylvania and the Texas facilities, while also living in each region. How was the transition, and can you tell us some of the work and personal things that you love doing in both of those areas, and maybe something you miss up here?
I could tell you a lot of stuff we miss from up there for sure. I don't miss the rain and the cold weather, put it that way. I miss the fall. You know how pretty it gets when the trees start to change color and all that stuff, and the leaves. Down here in Texas, the weather is fair most of the time, other than when you get that nasty West Texas wind that kicks up all the dust and dirt. The traffic down here is horrible. I'm sure you've experienced that, Kyle, a time or two. We do miss the space, the living space up there we had. It was beautiful place to have. Down here you don't get much for your bang for your buck. Both regions, the people are great. We've met a lot of people up in Pennsylvania, really great people. Even down here in Texas, there's a lot of transplants and a lot of local people. Down here in Texas, the office and stuff, it's pretty tight knit. You know what I mean? Really small, obviously. I don't miss the working in the backyard in PA and having to go all the way to the front for a bolt. Even though it's changed over the years, the warehouse is a lot closer. And I haven't been up there for 3 years, Kyle, remember that. So I don't know how much more it's changed. Workload, I'd say it's pretty much par. The customers down here, they're a little bit more laid back, right? But they're still, worker friendly for sure. There is a couple different things that we do here down in Texas that are different up there for work, like ESP installs and stuff. I know they've done them up in Pennsylvania, but we were doing them for a time here quite frequently. We deal with low pressure, high pressure, the saffron system constantly with these lower pressure wells that as soon as we're drilling right through the kill plug, the well's on a vacuum. And we still achieve what we need to achieve. We still TD the wells. Yeah, we might have some issues here and there, but we still hammer them out safely and efficiently. So I don't have to pay state tax down here, so that's kind of a bonus.
That it is.
But yeah, I don't know. Both areas, we loved living in both areas. I don't know. It's really kind of a toss up, Kyle.
Totally different world down there, but the food is amazing. Some of the best food I've ever had is on the way into pad out of some little camper truck thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, food truck on the side of the highway.
That's the best thing about Texas. Your normal day, right? Give us some insight about what you do on the daily. What's a crazy day for you? And then give us like an average day, or like what's the craziest day you've had so far? You know what I mean?
Well, geez, like what do you want? Like a 36-hour day or what? Hop in the truck, start heading this way, making phone calls to the rigs, see what the last 24 or 12 hours entailed, right? Once I get to the office or pad, whichever direction I'm going that way, because field soups, we get pulled in every direction. It don't matter which way we go. So it's just constant on the go. So no time, but read over the emails, make your phone calls, obviously sort which is more important than the other, and then deal with that situation. I've been heading out the pad to do a pad visit, get a phone call, turn around, go to another pad because we got issues going on another pad. So your 10, 12-hour day, it can turn into a 36-hour, 48-hour day real quick. Obviously, we don't like those days, but we power through it and just get the job done.
With the transition, you've got to spend a little bit more time with your kids, right? I mean, that's why I left the field.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. That's exactly why I left the field, to get home, spend time with my wife, spend time with the family. Like, you remember the days of working 5 months straight without a day off, right? The times have changed. What's really important, I'm not doing this. I love this, but I'm doing it for my family, right? I want them to have a better life for sure.
So outside of your busy schedule as a field supervisor, what are some of the things you enjoy in your free time?
Well, like I've already mentioned before, spending time with my family, watching my kids grow. Now being out here in the sun all the time, like it gets hot, but enjoying the outdoors. One thing we do miss is the Moraine State Park up in Pennsylvania, the walk through the trails and stuff. But you don't get very many trails down here, and you got to watch where you're walking because the snakes will get you. Barbecuing, I love barbecuing, grilling, cooking out, right? Making poutine. Obviously, my kids like bike riding, they like swimming, so anything they're into, I'm into, right? Having kids, I did a lot of crazier stuff when I was younger, but these guys really got me in check, right? Helped me be a better dad, better man, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, I'm pretty easygoing, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't take me much to enjoy something. If I don't like it, I'm not going to do it for sure. I wish I had more time for shooting. I know, Kyle. But my weekends are pretty taken up. I do miss another thing too. Sean Brooks, Steve, and I, every Friday, we would head to the gun range, the pistol range, and go through a box of shells before we went into the office. I really miss that. I did enjoy that for sure.
I'll have to come down and visit. We'll go
do.
out.
I mean, I want to find a nice, good outdoor range down here.
So bucket list, Dan. What is one thing on your bucket list that you want to knock off? Maybe this year or pretty soon.
Oh, geez, Kyle. Travel with my family. Like, we do a lot of traveling here within the U.S., but just outside of the country, I like beach destinations. It goes hand in hand with this next one. I've always wanted to go cage diving with great whites. It's a little bit on the crazy side, but I've always wanted to do that. I don't know, it's just something with them big ass fish that just want me. Want to stand in that cage and stick my arm out, I don't know. That's something I've always wanted to do. I have skydived in the past. I've done some scuba diving. I don't have any of my tickets per se, but those things I really enjoy. If I can get them to do them more or even try it again, that would be great. And another thing, just own some property, some acreage. I don't mind neighbors, but having your own free space where you can do whatever the hell you want, it's right up my alley.
That's right. Can't call it home unless you can go out back and pee off the back porch. Nobody can say anything to you.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was going for.
All right. So your position oversees our crews, right? Newer members on pad. What do you think is the most important role within your position?
Ensuring the crews and the work is done safely, efficiently, keeping them in check for sure when I'm out on pad, being approachable for them. They can come up and talk to me about anything, whether it's work related, family related. I kind of put off that vibe. They can tell me anything. I'm not, I'll help them work through it. I'm almost like a coach or a mentor, you know what I mean? Making sure they're following SOPs for sure. Really pushing that hard lately, obviously.
No, I agree, man. You've always been pretty approachable. We were pretty fast friends, getting stuck in the basket, right? On wet trips.
For hours on end.
Yep, cold weather. Had to get along, and I mean, you and I got along pretty well right off the rip. So I agree. Approachability is probably one of your key and one of the most rewarding, one of the good things about your personality, right? The guys can probably really talk to you.
I can get real down and dirty and nasty though too.
Oh, I know. I think I've seen you yell twice
Yeah.
the whole time I've known you. So it's been gotta be at least 8 years now.
Yes,
so.
coming on 9 years here shortly.
Now, what's the most rewarding part of your position?
Getting the job done safely, for sure. Making sure those guys go home each and every day. Interacting with the crews, for sure. It's a brotherhood out there, right? Whether I like you or not, I'm still gonna treat you the same.
So what originally attracted you to Deep Well? What brought you here?
Well, it would have been back in 2014, 2015. There was a gentleman that was working here. He's one of my good buddies. He kept on bugging me to come down here. I was doing my own thing up north, and the company I was working for, a long time working for actually, they ended up selling the snubbing division to a smaller company. And it was just starting to go downhill real fast. Management that was running it weren't exceptional people. So I decided to bite the bullet and take the jump, and I'm glad I did. Deep Well's treated me well. I feel that I've treated them well. Loyalty here is family, for sure.
You pretty much answered the next question, is what made you stay, right?
It's loyalty, man. Blood makes you a relative. Loyalty makes you family.
That family atmosphere, the loyalty to each other has really driven us, and that's what usually keeps us older people.
The amount of companies I've worked for, places I've worked for, you never get treated better than you have here at Deep Well, for sure.
Yeah. All right, now comes the fun part that I can't win again. This is the rapid fire questions here, Dan. We are going to throw some questions about Deep Well, Texas, Deep Well, PA, over time, and we are then going to give 50 swag points to the winner, so you can get something fancy, Deep Well style.
Let's do it.
What year did our Midland shop open? 17, 18, 19, or 20? Oh, I lost. Did you win?
No. What'd you pick?
2019? I thought it was 3 years old.
2017. It was 2018. Great try.
That's all right. We're still tied. What is the percentage of operators currently at DWS that went through our company's program to earn their position? I'd say that's probably pretty high. I'll go with that one.
Whoa, I got one right.
Oh, it's lower than I thought. And I work in the training department.
Yeah. Hot dog.
Our Appalachian Business Development Manager, Mr. Brandon Gardner, is a grill master. What is the most famous cooking for? I'm going to go for...
Sausages.
Huh. Smoked sausages. He does smoke everything.
I know. I thought it was ribs.
Yeah. How many wells did Deep Well complete in 2023? I'm going to say that one.
Yes.
We both missed. Listen, you're the most, competitive person I've played this with.
We were close. Which one did you pick?
Yellow. I told you, I go by color. What is the official state dish of Texas?
Oh.
You know what?
Did we tie?
I don't know. I think I got that one right.
I think you did.
Nobody got third place, though. Ah! I won. This is the first time I won. Congratulations, Dan. You are the biggest loser. Proud of you.
Well, congratulations. I won to you.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll wrap this up, Dan. I appreciate you joining us on Beneath the Surface today. We've really enjoyed catching up. I've missed you deeply up here in the Appalachian Basin.
I miss you guys too.
So hopefully we'll get to see you soon.
We appreciate you checking out Beneath the Surface today, and we'll see you guys on the next one.